Good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I am your host. I see
Look at his dance.
my friend. Every time I'm watching on YouTube, so every time I see somebody coming up the stairs, I think it was Bowen.
Security. This nigga's the tire man. Hey, let me be clear. Ain't none of these
We'll be
girls
watching
gonna
that.
run up on me.
We'll be watching that live on
Ain't none of
YouTube.
them. That's what everybody was saying when I was talking about the dude that was towing people's cars. It was like, oh, he coming to get you a sale. Tell him to come on.
Watching it live on YouTube.
What'd you say? It was waiting on him to come get you.
Because every time I saw somebody come up, I'm going like, "Ooh, is that him?" I didn't see the video, so I don't know what dude looked like, but
Gave his middle name and everything.
gave the address, social security number. If you see this dude on site, right?
If he's at your Christmas table.
Hey.
On site,
Hey, Keith, she went as far as if he's at your Christmas table. Tell him he trifling.
Seriously.
Is there a difference between littering and dumping? I like to believe. I like to believe that there is a difference.
$500
That's crazy.
versus littering. $500. Tire dumping. $5,000.
So my question is,
70 occurrences.
my question is, after the first 9 times, why didn't
After the
they-
first time.
Right. I'm just saying, why didn't they apply the tire dumping to him instead of the littering that they've been applying to?
Well,
them?
one, it was the state, right? It was DNR.
Yeah, the state
it
makes
was the
the
state. The
decision.
city hasn't.
But the city could have pressed them. The
Yeah.
city could have been like, stop
yeah,
playing.
because he got numerous.
Yeah, at least the city.
and the
needs
city
to be
has
on record.
ordinances on the book.
Yeah. So he's a habitual tire dumper.
He's a
What'd
what?
you call him?
Obituary.
What is it? Habitual?
I think you were trying to say habitual.
No. Hey, hold up.
That's one of them class
That's the
words.
worst kind, Debo. The obituals.
Hold on. The habituals are the ones that do it
Greenfield-
more than
that
93 times.
Greenfield-
The
that
obitual.
Greenfield education.
But you know what?
Throw it up again.
But you know what? Let me.
You're right,
Greenfield
Michelle.
education.
No, I agree with you, Jermaine. We got to take this to a higher
Yeah,
level.
but those are high level.
Habitual.
It's probably
Capture
habitual.
it.
It's the habitual.
That
Listen,
captures it.
O is past H.
I'm with you.
Last time I checked in the alphabet, O was past H. So,
You gonna stay with it?
hey man,
You
listen,
gonna-
I'm gonna ride the stage till the wheels fall off. No, I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. No,
You should ride
Listen,
off that.
O is more than H. So I feel like something needs to be done now.
Habitual.
I feel like it's a Sesame Street moment.
Yeah.
Hey, look, when y'all get done,
I feel
when y'all
like
get done,
Eddie, get your adverbs here.
Get your adverbs here. I'm just saying. You know, H is the loneliest.
hey, I got these braces in my mouth.
H is the
Listen.
lowest.
Listen, it's kind of hard to say certain syllables with this metal in my mouth right now. But let me get the metal. I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you what it is. Listen,
Don't blame it on the metal.
I'm telling you what it is, man. Some of this metal, man, it makes some of the
Oh,
notes.
mush mouth. That ain't how
I'm trying to tell you what it is.
No, Tim Scott look like much mouth. No, he look like much.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Whoever made that observation first was spot on. But dude,
Yeah.
that
So what were you
Greenfield
saying about
education.
obituary?
Anyway,
That Greenfield
anyway.
education.
So what I'm saying is, hey, I
Everybody
graduated.
who has cloud NP.
I graduated.
Did you?
Yeah, 4.0. No, well, actually 3.5. I'm sorry. I had
Did
2
you?
classes myself.
That's because he didn't
Sounds
know
like
when to
some
use
great
H
I had 2
versus
classes.
Sounds
O
like
Keith.
great
Debo,
inflation.
keep it up. Keep it up. Because I've been
He said it was
waiting.
4 point first, then he said 3.5. Because
Great
he
inflation.
didn't know when to use H instead of
Just
O.
ready to let you go. Like
Hey.
social
Hey.
promotions.
Keep it going because I've been waiting to rip Debo a whole nother one. So
Hey,
keep
man,
it
I'm
going.
just
That's,
saying.
that's probably what kept you from 4.0.
What, ripping him another? Oh,
Destroyed the English language. Hey,
no. But
you got a
anyway,
ding for that.
I meant to say
Uh.
habitual. That's what I meant to say, but it came out like OBs. I'm sorry. Okay. But anyway, it's something should be applied to this guy because he has done it more than 4 or 5 times, man. And he's been caught. numerous times. So you still gonna put littering on this dude? And he's been caught numerous times.
No, it's a real conversation.
And then what do? I mean, do you take civil action against them where now you can actually go in and get some money? Because I'm trying to figure if they're charging with misdemeanors.
Man, put a lien on this guy.
Let me ask you, speaking of, Michelle,
Mm-hmm.
so what did you think of, because you weren't here Friday, what did you think of the verdict?
Oh, Dugan?
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was coming. The only question for me is if she was going to do jail time or not. But I knew she was getting convicted. I told Mark Thompson that when attorney Mark Thompson, when he was in here, I felt bad for him, but I was like, hey, bro, she's not getting around that. Yeah, you can say whatever you wanted to, but the fact that you allow somebody to use a door that was not a door that was in general use by the private public, all them little actions, I knew she was not getting out of that.
Well, I think the most damning thing was when his attorney.
I was gonna say the judge, her colleague that threw her all the way onto the bus and then rolled it over.
What else could she do? She in the video.
No, she said extra stuff. Yeah, she said stuff she ain't have to say.
Why do you think Dugan didn't take the deal that was offered?
Because she thought she was gonna get out of it. Because she had a whole bunch of silly people around her, like, "Oh, you can fight it, Hannah. You can fight it."
Or the people she was.
But
paying?
her defense attorney was a former U.S. attorney.
But she had a combination of a Republican and Democrats.
But he was a U.S. attorney here, right?
But I'm just getting a paycheck.
She had
Brad.
Brad Schimel was on behalf of the state, right? Who was Brad Schimel? No, the federal court.
Yeah, he's acting.
But who did she have? Who was the Republican that was her lawyer? She had, and that's what all I kept saying is she got bipartisan, representation, blah, blah, blah. Like they just taking her money.
But see, I think, you can. There is this righteousness, and let's just say the rightness of what her intention was one thing, but the law is something else, right?
Yeah.
And you broke the law. You know what I mean?
That's like I said, I never doubted for 5 seconds that she was going to be convicted. I could have saved her.
What does sentencing look like? Because certainly
that's the only real question. She was not going to get jail time. Because I think they said she could be either 3 years or 5 years. She has no criminal record. Right. Because she get ready to lose her law license.
Mm-hmm.
So
her judgeship.
Yeah. So they get ready to
and I wonder what happens with her pension.
Maybe it's an OJ. You get to keep it in spite of murder. I don't know.
No, you. Well, the thing with OJ, and I found this out backhandedly when I was working at child support. One of the things that you cannot attach is a NFL pension.
Right.
Right. And I mean, under no circumstances, because we had a case where a guy was a former Packer.
Oh.
And it came in and he had the only income he reported was his pension, and they couldn't do anything with that pension.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I think the only thing is, and I don't think she'll do jail time. She may do some house arrest for 9 months or something like that. Probation for 3-4 years, but
she could work in the private sector, couldn't she? But nothing pertaining to law.
As what?
No, I don't know. Nothing.
Well, yeah, because is it the felony? That's what's going to, because it would still have to go before that state judicial thing to take her law license, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it's like I said, it's a wrap for that law license. It's a wrap for for her judgeship. They're talking about whether or not she should just have to resign or, I don't know what the other mechanism is.
I think if she wants a pension, she's going to need to resign.
Yeah. I think she should consider herself lucky because how long has this been going on now for? How 6, 7 months?
And it's in that moment.
And she got paid this whole time.
Because in that moment, and she was upset. Now there's some other things that was kind of like what took so long to get an advisory out to the judges. That's a side.
I think it was more frustration than not knowing what the procedure is.
Hannah Dugan is a good person. If you've seen her, and she's somebody that, shows up for stuff in this community all the time. She's always at community brainstorming. You're always going to see her in the June. Like I was telling somebody, I literally have a Hannah, a sticker that she was giving out at Juneteenth that's stuck in the dryer right now. Because she always is present, and I think she has a good heart. I think she's a decent person. And I think she got caught up in the moment. A lot of people are very frustrated at what they see happening. But this is one of those moments when cooler heads must prevail.
And she would have been good to send them back upstairs because she wanted clarification on whether or not. I think it's when she basically aided and abetted. What's the word? Embedded.
Yeah.
And even to the point where his defense lawyer was uncomfortable.
Right.
You know, so I mean, it now again.
But the judge killed her though. That other judge, she killed her.
Christelle.
Like I'm tell you right now, if you down at the courthouse, don't do nothing around that other judge. she threw her under the county bus,
like
backed it up, and rolled across her again.
I was riding.
I was shocked. I was
riding with Frankie, and I said, "Dude, I don't. I need you to know this. If we go do a crime, we get caught. I can't tell you. I won't give you up."
Oh my God!
He looked at me. He said, "Poppy." I said, "No, dude. I'm just kind of letting you know, man. I'm just,
that's just so.
I'm your ride or die, sort of.
Kind of. If we equally involved in the dirt, then I'm not gonna give you up.
Good for you. Good for you.
That's why I do it by myself.
Yeah, dude. But
good idea.
I ain't gonna tell on myself.
Good idea.
Well, that judge, I'm telling you, if you go back and read what the judge, she said stuff she didn't have to say. I was so shocked. I didn't know. I was.
That little rhyme my mama taught us? I'm your friend, right or wrong, but when you go to jail, I'm going home.
You on your own?
You on your own? Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. You picked the wrong one. You picked the wrong one to commit a crime with you because Jackie's dad talked about when he was a teenager, he got caught up. He said, I was giving them people they didn't even ask about.
See?
That's like calling your guy like, hey man, like after you get caught. Hey man, we got caught. Like, wait, we got caught? So we French now? Yeah, then we got caught. Hey man, turn yourself in.
Like,
man.
Then he called me like, oh no, dude, you on your own, dog. I don't know what to tell you. Oh man. I wasn't character reference. No, I don't. Anybody, Dave Chappelle dropped his
hilarious.
It's good. He dropped it yesterday.
I thought Ali Sadiq dropped something yesterday.
He could have, but Dave Chappelle's on Netflix.
Dropped something
and
yesterday.
he talk about from Charlie Kirk to it's funny.
Yeah, it's good.
Now that's real interesting that he dropped yesterday because yesterday's 21st.
Yeah.
Ali Sadiq was dropping yesterday.
Yeah.
And I keep wondering because I haven't really seen them ever together.
Yeah.
So I keep trying to wonder what's that relationship with Eddie and Ali, because Ali dropped on YouTube yesterday.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Yeah, he had
Dave dropped on
Netflix. Yeah, that's real interesting.
And nobody knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
nobody knew.
Which is even more reason why I'm now looking sideways, like what's going on, because everybody knew Ali Sadiq was dropping.
But I think
so that's interesting.
But I think just marketing wise.
So Netflix, number one, got a problem with Ali Sadiq because they tried to pay Ali Sadiq to do a special, and Ali Sadiq said no.
Okay.
Why would I let y'all pay me $200,000 when I can make $1.5 million on my own?
Oh.
And so,
business.
Yeah. So
cut the check.
So if you got somebody as big as Chappelle dropping up against Ali, you about to mess with Ali drop all day long. Now the other thing though is Ali stuff is free. So he gonna catch his money regardless,
right?
But you impact those numbers, so that's crazy because I didn't know about Dave Chappelle.
Well, they did. What was it when they had? It was Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And they were saying that this is half of Netflix budget.
Yeah.
Because and let me tell you what I also did. I went back. I actually watched Dolomite.
Oh, hilarious!
And then I went and watched Eddie Murphy's
Dolomite,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was first of all just how awful Dolomite is.
Man, Dolomite.
I'm talking about in terms of putting together production.
Yeah,
I mean, it is just like, and it was Wesley Snipes.
Doing it on a shoestring.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes was good as Derville. He said, "Is there any way we can make it look like he's actually kicking the guy?"
No,
but Dave Chappelle actually that was.
But Dave is just
that was
that
good.
dude is the GOAT, man.
And he was able to explain
he a boss.
why he went to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
took the money, and then he dropped this, and he said what happened to Khashoggi was awful.
Yeah,
he said, but Israel has killed 240 journalists.
Yeah,
right. And so then he was saying, like, if at the end, because the way his setup was this whole idea of being co-opted.
Right.
He said, so if I get co-opted, I want to give you all the code so y'all know I've been co-opted. And then he said, I stand with Israel, and he dropped the mic. I was like,
yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
that was.
So you know Kevin Hart dropped the special too.
Oh, that was bad. It was.
So Kevin Hart dropped the special too on Netflix.
Yeah, it was.
He got like 2.
Yeah, it's
you know, because what
which one you talking about? The one he did that from his house?
No. But you know, these dudes are getting old. So what do they start talking about when they get old? They're kids.
Yeah.
They're kids. You know, I mean, it's like, oh,
that's
man.
what's made Dave different though, because he does a lot of political commentary or social. I mean, you know, like social issues. But dude, he is the GOAT though. I'm not kidding.
And then he pointed out that when he got attacked, I forgot when he got attacked at the Hollywood Bowl, that it was Diddy. That it was Diddy that got on stage to help him.
Yeah.
And then the conversation, he said, but he was never invited. He said he was invited to the crib. He said he kind of saw some hints of things, but like, he was never at one of those freak outs. And oh, it's good. I think if you get a chance, it was good.
I have to go look at it.
Dave Chappelle at his best, man.
That's funny as a fool.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, like I said,
the dude is hilarious.
I can never say I've had any show that he's done that I did not walk.
That was the one he did during COVID. I wasn't. It seemed that one was a little dark.
The George Floyd one.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be. He did it at his farm.
Yeah, but
because he was coming off of George Floyd.
Right, but I'm just saying it felt. Now again, I'm looking at comedy, so let me back up.
And that's what I think he even said to people, like, "Oh, y'all thought y'all was coming here for jokes."
Right.
Like, no, this is a social commentary, and he did the whole George Floyd, because what was it? He did this number of seconds.
Yeah.
That dude had his knee on George Floyd's neck, and as soon as it started, you was like, "Oh, this is not the regular." This is not the regular show. So yes, sir.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you. Listen, I have a question. I have a comment, especially when you wait for a second. I have a comment talking about. I had a caller call in about See, the thing is that we don't do any research. Armstrong Williams been around a long time. Armstrong Williams employed he owned about 6 or 7 radio stations. I mean, TV stations. Sorry about that.
Can y'all bring me into what you're talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry, my man. Michelle gone.
It ain't Michelle's program.
I know, but she be on.
Hey, Big Red, can you give your hours, please?
My hours are from 9 to 5.
I get so tired of people calling me about Michelle's program. No, I appreciate the bleed. I take the bleed. So I'm not, I'm in radio. I appreciate the bleed. But come on, man. What are you talking about? So I can be a credible conversationalist. What are you talking about?
Brother, you're right. You're right. It was about Armstrong Williams. The brother called in and said that I was a bad man because I support the brother. The brother one of the richest blacks around. And matter of fact, out of the TV stations that he owned, the properties that they own, it was mostly black back in the day when he purchased those things probably around 2014.
So why is Armstrong Williams even an issue? Am I missing something?
Well, the thing is, let's pass that, man. Let's get on. First of all, you opened up the can, so let's get the contents.
So what is it that I should be concerning myself with?
Well, this is the thing, that the brother was coming down heavy on black Republicans again.
Who was?
And he talked about one of the lower callers. I call no name to bear no blame. He know who he is. His ears is set up like a German Shepherd right now.
Okay. All right.
His ears is puffed up like a German Shepherd listening, I'm sure. However, listen, he made the statement of putting all black people in that category. So I had to call him.
All black people in what category?
But anyways.
Wait, whoa. All black people in what category?
As being buffoons to be running around with Donald Trump or any Republican person. See, the deal is these people that talk this talk don't know how to be real black supremacists. black supremacists. They say a lot of stuff. We've been pumping our fist on WNOV for quite a long time. However, the person that first started pumping his fist real hard against the powers that be, he understood the concept of black supremacy.
Who is that? Who is that?
That would be Michael McGee. That's the reason why he was able, Michael McGee Sr., that's why he was able to move. Huh?
Are we talking about the 90s?
Brother, I'm telling you about black supremacy and people that have been beat. Hold on, man. Michelle and guys have been on this show. We done wasted all this time protecting and fighting for somebody else. And now that we're at the end of the rainbow, and there's probably going to be no treasure for us because we've utilized our time unwisely.
So let me ask you this, brother. Let me ask you this.
I wanted to draw a point, but if you want to,
you need a different pencil. Let me ask this question. What about this number that I'm really kind of trying to do some digging on? Is that true that there has been no erosion of the Trump supporters, black Trump supporters? There's been no erosion?
No, actually, we're picking up momentum. We've even developed a black conservative caucus. This is how you get things done. See, we always talk about we're gonna hold them to the fire. You gotta hold their feet to the fire. How do you hold their feet to the fire? Simply not getting on the radio, simply not protesting with our fists in the air. You know how you get the feet to the fire? You vote those rascals out. They become fearful that they'll lose their positions. That's how you hold yourself. You don't hold yourself to the fire by me getting on the fan.
So the Black Conservative Caucus is going to primary some of Trump's MAGA supporters?
Listen to this here. If it comes down to it, then we'll have to address that issue. Right now,
sounds like if that's what it's going to come down to, but okay.
No. Right now, we've got big fish to fry because we are really in danger, man, of being that 2% that the Native Americans are right now. And if we don't see that, then we're crazy. The white boys see it.
Are you troubled that Dr. King's birthday and Juneteenth Day has been taken off of the free entrance days at national parks? Are you concerned about that?
Those national parks, let me say this to you. Those national parks, niggas don't even use them. Let me show you.
You know that would include the King Center. Wait, no, you hold on. No, you know that would include the King Center.
Why you got to use the word niggas don't even use them?
Hunkies know how to do it too. I don't discriminate.
So I guess, but you still haven't answered the question. Are you cool with that? Are you cool with that?
Ridiculous.
Cool with what?
That Dr. King's birthday and Juneteenth Day are no longer free admittance days at the national parks.
Okay, now check this here out. It don't bother me. You know why it don't bother me?
Why?
I'm going to show you something. Because those are national parks. Okay, that's
the King Center is my understanding. The King Center runs all the national parks.
Hold on, man. I'm going to give you some action, man.
Okay.
You won't listen. When President Obama got elected, the first thing he did, his first bill that he passed, what was it? It wasn't a lily led by him.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
The first thing he did was gave permission to carry guns into national parks. So everybody said,
that would have been an executive order.
That was an executive order. That was not
No. I want you to go back.
Obama cannot create law.
No. Listen, he proposed it. It went past. That was a bipartisan deal. That was his first deal. It was
Ledbetter was the first bill he signed into office.
No, hold on. It was not an executive order. Hold on, watch this.
Ledbetter.
You know the reason why he did that for national parks?
I don't even understand.
Black folk know how to go out there. We don't be doing no doggone Yellowstone going to look at the grizzlies and get ate up by the moose.
Whether we go or not.
But that's still not true. How many people have gone to the Grand Canyon?
What's not true, brother? What's not true?
That black people don't use national parks. They do.
Well, brother, not at that magnitude. But I'm going to tell you why. You want me to tell you why? Because he's an anti-gun dude. I mean, not anti-gun, but he didn't, for a black president, Democrat to come in, first thing he do is make guns legal in national parks. You know why he did that? Because of the rainbow movement. every year in those parks. Hold on. The people that back, brother, they wasn't able to carry guns in those parks. They meet there once a year and all across the country in different national parks, okay, to celebrate the rainbow movement. Not rainbow movement as you think, gay. The gay people is just umbrella under the rainbow movement. Rainbow movement has been around since the like 70, 69. The outfit of free will love stuff was going on in the 60s.
Well, actually, Rainbow Coalition, that whole concept came from Chairman Fred Hampton and his organizing in Chicago.
Okay, no.
I appreciate you.
Brother,
Let me do this. Meet up on the break,
rainbow
man.
movement, man, is a movement. It's like a. Did you ever see Fred?
Hey, let me ask you this question: Has the Justice Department found Antifa yet?
Well, let me explain something to you about Antifa. Antifa
They found him yet? I mean, they was looking for him.
Why did you start?
No, you putting the cricket on, but I'm going to educate you. The reason why Antifa is moving the way it moves is because it's the John Brown Gun Club, all right?
Oh, okay.
So these are liberals, but see, you don't took me all the way off my square. Those are liberal leftist
So the answer to that question
that
is that they have not. All right.
And you know what, Keith, can I just say this before you
Sure
go?
can.
So the law that Obama signed, which was attached actually to another body of legislation, dealt with the fact that people could carry a firearm in a national park as long as they were in compliance with whatever the state laws said. So if we had a national park in Wisconsin, you would have to adhere to all of the state laws in order to be able to do that.
The Apostle Islands?
So he didn't go out of his way, signing some new legislation, creating some new opportunity to expand gun rights. You already could carry the gun legally in the state of Wisconsin. You might as well be able to carry it in a national park. That's all that got done.
But it had to comport with the laws.
Yeah, but it has to follow state law. So it's all predicated on what is allowed by each state.
Which states' rights?
Only except for not on abortion. No, states don't have no rights. States' rights is very subjective.
Of course.
So
that's what I'm saying. That there's an example of states' rights. You're listening to Community Voice. Carl, I see you. I'm gonna grab you right after the break. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, thank you. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
FM with your host, Keith Parris.
All right, welcome back. And caller, before I come to you. Hey, Clark Kent. Man, thank you, man. I listened to the entire Spirit album. Man. So thank you. Huh? Oh, I love that. I loved it when it came out. And I would have been, I think I was like a sophomore in college when that album came out. But let me suggest Faces, if you get a chance.
What album was that?
Earth, Wind, and Fire, Spirit.
Oh. So
But,
that was one of those albums that wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Charles Stepney's last album as producer. Yeah, he passed as they were doing the album. As a matter of fact, Larry Dunn tells the story when they were recording Spirit, they got the news in the studio that he had passed.
You know, speaking of old school records, I was just looking up the group, the Silvers.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know, man, that the guy,
Foster?
The light-skinned guy that did all of the writing.
Oh, Norman
Who?
Whitfield. Norman Whitfield.
Yeah. It was one of the brothers. So what was his name?
Wasn't Foster the lead singer? Oh, they was all like Bright.
No, but this was the oldest one, because after when
that era was the Light
Who?
Bright.
Yeah, like Bright
Jerry
then, the
Curl.
Tavares.
Because after when his pops left, he took the leadership of the family and of the group. But then then when they was doing production and they went a certain way, and they didn't like how he was taking the group, so
Right.
they kicked him out the group.
Well, see, there were all these family groups out there, the Osmonds, the Jacksons, the Silvers, the Cowsills, and then what was it?
You remember the Bennetts?
Bennett's, right? And then the people who did the Five Stair Steps, who did Ooh Child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those big family groups were, as a matter of fact, the Osmond brothers played basketball against the Jackson family.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Fifth Dimension married or something like that? Wasn't there
Yeah,
some
that was
tie-in?
what's his name? Davis Jr. and Marilyn McCoo.
So you know what? I was going to ask you. So is it true that Prince's brother played for UWM?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
okay.
was good.
Yeah.
Well, he got a scholarship. He was good. They said Prince was good. He was just little.
Yeah. They said Prince was the, he was the real hooper, but his brother played at
Yeah,
UWM.
yeah, he played UWM.
Wow.
Late 70s.
Wow.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mr. Parris.
Good morning.
Thanks for taking my call. Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum to you all. Yes, sir. Thanks. Well, they told me I shouldn't say thank you for returning the greetings, but I was told I shouldn't say that. But anyway, listening, this is what I don't understand for the life of me. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that you cannot fathom the depths of Satan. And then you hear black people talking about, when were black people black supremacists? In what era, under what form of government have black people exacted black supremacy on anyone? Black people move from the perspective of inferiority. So how can you be inferior and superior at the same time?
It's a
Those two
reaction.
mindsets cannot
But
exist.
I think
at
it's
the same time.
a compensation. It is being the thing that you hate. The struggle for me has always been about equality, right?
But where, Mr. Parris? On what part of the planet in the known universe, on what planet outside of Earth have black people been moving or imposing their will upon anybody on the planet Earth from the position of superiority? Where and when has that happened? I got an A in history and geography and all that stuff at Vincent High School. I remember when the book said Asia Major and Asia Minor. Black people were not imposing their will on anyone. So for people, and I'll say this as well, because I think it's relevant, please make sure that your children don't do hardcore drugs, opioids, or things where heat is put to them that changes its chemical composition, whereas they become strung out for decades and then wake up one day and become some wannabe oracle about our sojourn here in America or throughout the world. because you're going to be messed up. I'm just going to say it. I don't care who get offended. If you've been in prison for 5+ years, I'm not listening to nothing you got to talk about. If you've been on crack and you in some recovery,
What
then
Malcolm
you
in for
keep
7?
you keep on recovering because you can't tell me nothing. You've been a crackhead and your brain is burnt up.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Wow. I don't think we should. No. Well, okay. Hey, that's just one black man's opinion.
But wasn't, like you said, and I just thought about it, but wasn't Malcolm locked up?
Yeah, 7 years. Yeah, that's where he was introduced to Islam.
Right.
In prison.
So,
All right.
I mean, I don't think that's a fair statement to say because,
well, everybody got a right to their opinion.
And that's true. I guess opinions is not right or wrong.
All right. 1.6 billion, am I understanding with the lottery this came up with the last program? Let's see.
I'm playing.
All right. Here are the states with the most lottery wins since 1992 when the game was first introduced. All right. Indiana, 39. Missouri, 31. Minnesota, 22. Pennsylvania, 20. Kentucky, 19. Wisconsin, 19. California, 17. I would have thought California would have more than Wisconsin. Florida, 17. Louisiana, 17. And Arizona, 14. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means 40 states have not had a winner. Or maybe these are just the numbers. Okay. Yeah. All right. You know what it says something though about when you have a certain level of economic insecurity that people kind of experiencing. Though I was putting gas in the truck this morning and it's under $3.
Well,
I mean the grade I use. I use mid-grade, so it's under $3.
I use 93 and
what you use the lowest?
No, 93 is higher.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
But do you think, man, that gas is going down because of what U.S. is doing?
Because Trump.
And he's seizing these oil tankers?
No, because that oil we don't buy. We have sanctions against. Right? No, we have sanctions against Venezuela. So I don't think we buy Venezuelan oil.
Yeah. So why are we taking the tankers?
You tell me.
Well, I mean, I would think that you would take take the oil tankers for oil.
Well, my understanding is that they're taking those tankers to places where they can offload the oil. So they're basically just stealing Venezuelan oil. All right. Caller, welcome to the program.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, you guys. One of the things I want to talk about, he said about the power. Say, for example, in the music industry, those black people that own their music, own their rights, or they had all their paper, they have power. But those that the system understood that if we own this, we all going to be rich. And so many people became rich off of black artists because they actually took all their talents and their music and their creativity, and they basically gave them, pennies on the dollar when they were making dollars. And so that was one power that we had to go get because it was our own creativity, and those who understood it, Mariah Carey or Aretha Franklin, Ray Charles, all of them, and even Prince. How long did it take him to get ownership of his own creativity? So that was one power that people figured out they could exert. Now there's other areas of power. Even the people who invented some of the greatest products in the world sometimes didn't own them because when whites found out they invented it, they didn't want them. Even the gas mask, when whites found out and Garrett Morgan had invented the gas mask, they wouldn't put it on. Yet it was to save their lives. And so, what is power? It's all in my mind about what power I have. But then the physical aspect of that is not in my mind. It is really in front of me sometimes.
All right, appreciate you. Hey, let me say this, and thank you, Mark. I had forgotten. Elijah Muhammad served 4 years in prison from 1942 to 1946 for violating the Selective Service Act, draft evasion, and preaching sedition during World War II as he instructed his followers not to join the military. And he was held in federal correctional. Him and two of his, I think his two oldest sons, they refused service. So there was something to when Ali refused to step forward in the draft. But yeah, Elijah Muhammad did 4 years. I think Malcolm did 7. So I mean, I don't know if going to prison would be a disqualifier for folks to, and certainly this was an act of conscience for Elijah Muhammad not to serve in the military. So, and it was against the war. So, just when you say you wouldn't listen, you're also listening to the messenger. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to say something about our brother who called in and said he not listen to any crackhead and no prison people with prison experience. And I want to quote Jesse Jackson, Reverend Dr. Jesse Jackson. Keep hope alive, amen. One thing we as Black people need to learn is how to handle money. We don't know how to handle money. We want to look like we got money, but we don't know how to make money. And I've been trying to share the little knowledge that I have and the little experience that I have with everybody I've seen. That's your boy Ride Out and Dr. Michelle Bryant. And y'all have a good one.
All right. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning. To save money that's free will. If they want to save, they will save, but it's up to them. They know how to read everything else when they want that $7 hit. So trust me, they know how to save. They just lack the free will. But I would like to ask you a question, Mr. Parris. I was doing some thinking last night, and I was thinking about racism. And when I think about racism, and it comes with any color, any religion, I came up with a quote, and I call it bed bug roach niggas. And I'm going to tell you why. A bed bug and a roach, they both have a common goal. Suck your spirit and F up your household. Have you ever seen a roach ask for bleach and pine sol?
Unless we talking about the ones that's wearing book bags, nah.
And you never seen a bed bug ask for disinfectant spray, because they don't mess with clean houses. They come to F up the houses. And when you look at racism, it is a group of people from all walks of life who lack the desire to stay out of everybody's business, but they all have the common goal. So when I look at the bed bug and I look at a roach, and that comes for all religion and all races, so nobody has immunity, I came up with bed bug roach niggas, because they all act alike. And their common goal is to stop the cleanness from what a person have to move forward. So I just wanted to ask you about that. How do you feel about that? Bed bug roach niggas.
Well, I don't like either one of them. But let me say this. We and as we should, we have an emotional response to racism. But we need to understand, and I think you started this off, it's really about business. It's about money. Race was created to support race colonization and enslavement. That's why we started this whole concept of race, something that didn't exist before the 15th century. So yeah, I agree with you that's what happens, but it's not, we get upset, some of us, when white people don't like us.
Well, see,
we
the
get real
thing,
upset about that, but here's the issue: you need to follow the money.
and see, the thing is, we shouldn't care about who doesn't like us. But
Right.
here's the thing that they
Well,
doesn't
we
talk
human.
about.
We like to be. We want to be. I think a lot of us like to be loved and liked.
But one of the biggest things that they never look at when it comes to some white people, because all white people are not bad, when it comes to indoctrination, I seen a video where it was white people and white Christians telling young children that they will always be beneath Jews and to give your money to the Jews. And they show these young kids bringing their money they save so they can cut a check to Jews. Yet they want to be racist against black people and Mexicans who have no power. But they never talk about the indoctrination that they tell their own people who's supposed to be the superior to be less than some Jews. So again, bed bug roach niggas. Happy holiday. Bye bye.
I don't know how happy he's gonna be with that image in my mind, but I'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm trying to bed bugs and roaches.
All right. We got a few minutes before.
No, not really. I guess we can go and take this break.
All right, you're listening to Community Voice. Our phone lines are open 414-444-5250, 414-444-5250. And when we get back, we'll talk about what we have not talked about. We'll be right back.
Roaches.
host, Keith Parris.
All right, man, I like that power. Keith Parris. All right, let's do this. Let me set it up this way. So yesterday, and let me shout out the young people there at Zion Hill Church. They did a great Christmas pageant. So we stopped to get some orange juice for, for the little fellowship they were having after the Christmas pageant. So we stopped at Centuries, and so I saw this brother come out the store, and he come out the store in full Bears regalia, right? I mean, he's Bears up, down, just Bears. So he came out the store. And so I saw that. So I'm really put off. Now, man, I got to go to church. But here we go. Dude went back in the store. But when he came back out the store, he was talking crazy about how the Bears just did this. I can't even use the profanity this dude used to talk about what the Bears had did to the Packers. Now I got to go to church. Okay, I got to go to church. And I'm scheduled to be the worship leader. But this dude, because it was already a tough night's sleep, but then, to turn around and, okay, so not in a good mood. This dude didn't help. Which means now let's go back and let's talk about what happened Saturday night. I understood when Micah Parsons went down that the Packers went from a great defense to a good defense, still a decent defense. They tackle something they weren't doing last year. They actually tackle this year. The Packers are a better team than the Bears. I'm not saying that because the Bears suck. I'm just saying that because if you look at it on paper, the Packers are a better team. The Packers played a better game. The Packers dominated that game. It reminds me of what happened when they played Seattle in the playoffs a few years ago, where they dominated the game for 55 minutes. Bill Belichick is famous for saying, do your job, right? You hear something else in all levels of sport is people know what you're going to do. It's a question of execution. All right. So Packers are in the driver's seat. You're right. I mean, they can, all they got to do is recover an onside kick. And I think the odds of the opposite team recovering an onside kick was between 11 and 14%. Romeo Doubs, number 87. He was so concerned about getting hit, he took his eye off the ball. By the time he got back to recover, it was too late. All right. Okay. So to get the onside kick, they're successful with that. Packers play good defense. They get Chicago down to fourth. This is the last play of the last play basically of the game, right? Packers, if they go in and they protect, game's over. Okay. So me and Jermaine was just talking about this. So you have Ballantyne and you have Keyshawn Nixon. Keyshawn Nixon had outside leverage, which means that Ballantyne takes the inside cut. Keyshawn is responsible for the out cut. Keyshawn decides to go in when he should have gone out. That's why that guy was so wide open. It wasn't a great move. It was busted coverage. Keyshawn Nixon. Is it Keyshawn?
Keyshawn.
Now, back in the old days, he would have been cut. Right? Back in the old days, he would have been cut. But those were the two plays. It wasn't that Chicago played that much better.
Exactly.
Look, and here's the thing. Chicago played, so there was no way they could really throw the ball because their two best receivers weren't even playing. So that's what makes it even more galling. And the fact that the Packers, that's a game they should have won. It's one thing when a team just comes in and they just run you out, right? You go like, dude, it was one of those days. They played better. I'm trying to think who was that. Jacksonville going in there whooping up on Denver. They whooped up on Denver.
Yeah.
I mean, it was no question who was in control. At one point they went up by 17 points. They dominated that game. Packers shouldn't have lost that game.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you this, Keith.
And again, Keyshawn Nixon.
Yeah.
I mean, in the first Bears game,
Yeah.
2 costly penalties.
Yeah.
And the only thing that saved his behind was he gets the game-winning interception.
And that
which he was out of position.
That was because Williams underthrew that.
Yep.
Because
A
if he
better
would
throw.
have, a better throw,
A
they would
better
have scored,
throw.
and they was going for the 2 point.
Now, in this case, had this guy dropped the ball, I mean, that would, because there was nobody within 10 yards of him.
But how? First of all, an undrafted rookie gets wide open.
Well, it wasn't because of the move he made.
It wasn't because of the move. It was because of a seasoned vet that made a mistake on his coverage. So you make that mistake on your coverage. But I'm going to say this. The first drive, when we get down into Bears territory, and it's 4th down and 1, 2, maybe 3, instead of you kicking the field goal, you go for it and don't get it. So if you would have kicked the field goal, even if they would have onside kicked and scored 16, we still would have been up 19-16.
But I think the other thing was that's how good the Packers defense was playing, that they had no problems letting them go, because then the Bears go down and do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so at the beginning of the game, that ain't. Now at the end of the game, that's a different piece.
But that play was because of that hike. When the guy hiked, he hiked because they was running Wildcat.
Right.
And
I forgot about that fumble.
Yeah, and he fumbled it. But if he would have never fumbled it, man, we'd have been in trouble a long time ago.
That was costly.
Yeah.
All right. Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Let me take you off speak. Keith, can I use your argument against you that you and Keon used to just go at it about?
What's that?
David sometimes wins.
Well,
Simple as that. Simple as that, Keith. And what's the other one that the movie was made? Come on now. What's the name of the movie?
I don't know.
You don't. Come on, Keith. Don't be. I know your boys got spanked, but come on now. Don't play. Any given Sunday. But this was any given Saturday.
Yeah, but I don't know if that really
people make
applied,
mistakes.
George.
To me, when I was watching, if Williams would have ran more instead of trying to stay in the pocket all the time, like that dude that came in, sometimes, man, you got to haul. But
the Packers
try and get the first downs and stuff. So
the Packers made an adjustment. They put a spy on him.
Yeah.
That's something they didn't do in the first game.
And so you know how stuff works out, Keith? The pass that he underthrew a couple of Sundays ago,
right.
He didn't underthrow it this time, did he?
Nope.
All right, then.
Well,
I know you hate to see your Packers lose, but sometimes it's like that.
What, George, I'm going to say this. We really would have won that game.
Woulda,
Onside
shoulda,
kick.
coulda.
Yeah, true.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
True. But hold on. Onside kick.
Recover the ball.
And then if you recover the ball, game over.
Well, what did I just say? Sometimes a little David wins. Sometimes Keith beat up Keon about that.
Yeah, but I think, George,
So
in this case,
you
it was
equating
fundamentals.
Chicago with
So they got
Goliath?
that 14. They got that 14%.
Yeah, but do you equate Chicago with Goliath? The
No,
Packers
no.
are a better team than Chicago.
No, he's saying that Chicago is David and Green Bay is Goliath.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. Keith know what I'm talking
No,
about.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't. I'm not trying to be funny. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were saying the Packers
Yeah.
were Goliath.
Yeah. So, but George, in this case, I'm really going to say it comes down to fundamentals. If you would have recovered the ball, game over. So we wouldn't even
Do
have.
you think, George, that there's a difference between you beating yourself and getting beaten?
If Durant hadn't stepped on that line, we could always say if.
Well, yeah. Well, he should have had
Back it
on the
up,
side.
y'all.
But I think that what the Packer world is, this is a game the Packers were going to win.
Yeah, Doc, we are.
It wasn't that Chicago did anything other than recover onside kick, which is pretty big when you talk about 11-14%. But that's execution on the Packers, not so much what the Bears did as what the Packers
It can't
did.
be the execution on the Bears part.
Because all he's doing is kicking the ball and hoping for a lucky bounce.
And that's what it's about, right? getting that bounce,
He
right?
didn't get a lucky bounce. He had a guy who took his eye off the ball.
Happens
Exactly.
sometimes.
Yeah, but
Look at that one
it comes
pass
down to fundamentals.
What do they
look at that
call the
one
people
pass
on
that
for
probably
onside kick?
would've
What do
set
they
up Chicago
call
for
the hands team?
Hands team.
You're out there because you
Hey,
know how to.
I'm just gonna say this one time because I know y'all gonna keep going back and forth because y'all boys lost. But what about that pass that Williams threw to that? I think it was number 4. Was right. Probably could have been a touchdown, and he dropped it. It was right in his hands that he dropped.
Okay.
It. So it happens.
Fundamentals.
It's time for y'all to hang up y'all Green Bay stuff. Green Bay done.
Man, I'm gonna hang up on you, George. Bye. No, but seriously, it comes down to fundamental because you put your hands team on the field because these are some of the players that have some of the best hands on your team.
That's a wide receiver,
as
man.
A wide receiver, yeah, you supposed to have hands like glue, and
And it
hands like
wasn't.
feet.
It was his whole focus should have been on the ball. Now I understand when you got 300-pounders coming your way that you making a business decision, but all he had to do was grab and cover.
He took his eye
off the ball.
off
And
the ball.
anytime the pro game is the athletes are too good. You can't. And so all I'm saying was it wasn't that the Bears won the game.
We lost it.
We lost the game. And that's all I'm saying. But he's right. A loss is still a loss.
Yeah, that's true.
But sometimes how you lose will go a long way because you going like there was no way. Now we sit up and thinking like, yeah, okay. Because even when they sit up and talked about the probability of recovering an onside kick, but it wasn't one of these things where it's one of those great kicks that the dude did.
Right.
No. This ball came right to him.
Yeah.
That's execution, man.
Yeah.
And there's no excuse. There's no excuse for Keyshawn going in when he should have went out.
And his
that's
man
what they
took him
paid.
there.
That's where you paid. That's what you paid to do.
Keith,
And
first
again,
of all,
I'm not playing. I'm not a pro.
Yeah, but that's common sense because we right there. I'm Valentine and you're Knicks, and we right there. We see both of the players. We see where their projections is taking them. And you decide you gonna follow me and go inside, even if that was common sense for you to take the inside route. You still behind me.
No. And the whole thing is they need a touchdown. You got it.
4th down.
Yeah, they need a touchdown to win the game.
It's 4th down, man.
All right. Caller, welcome to the program.
Oh, man, I'm frustrated.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
What's happening?
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm all right. What's happening?
Well, I think a lot of things sometimes come down to coaching. If your player has a helmet on that's the size of the bobblehead that they give out on his bobblehead day, he doesn't belong out on the field for special teams.
The reason why he wears that helmet is because those are called guardian helmets. These are people who have had a history of concussions.
Concussion. So I'm saying he should. If you have a history of concussion, you should not be on the field for special teams because it gets very reckless, and you might be afraid to be injured. Yeah. So you're looking at the defense.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have seen Pee Wee League coaches.
Yeah.
This is one of the main things they teach you is you can't catch the ball while you're trying to do something else.
Right.
While you're trying to run, while you're trying to look for the defense. And we had a running back who dropped the ball because it was in his hands and he was trying to run upfield.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of things and several players, including our coach, who should have had to walk home Saturday night up 94 with a dunce cap on because it was just dumb football.
Yeah. Do you hold the coach accountable when players don't execute?
Well, I hold him accountable when he has rookies who are fighting for a spot, who are probably going to catch that ball because they'll be on the practice team if they don't.
Yeah.
And you put one of your better receivers who has been healthy this year but has a history. One more hit, he might not play football anymore. But you have him on the field in a situation like that, and he actually, to me, showed the league that he's gun shy, and that may cost him financially. When it's time for him to get a contract.
That. And let me do this, even though as they were talking about, it's funny you talked about Pee Wee League coaches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things, I guess, in all levels of sports, especially in Pee Wee, is fear, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we tell the kids, Be a man. Don't be scared.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Right. You saying, but but it was a fundamental, and I appreciate Jermaine hammering in this point. You practice onside kicks. You practice the technique. It wasn't where he had to move. The ball came straight to him where he was. That's actually, he took his, and I understand because fear kicked in just for a moment, but in the pros, you don't get that moment.
See,
you might get it in high school. Yeah. You might get it in college. You don't get it in the pros.
And it's that split second, man, that he actually took his eyes off the ball and he started thinking. And when you start thinking, that's where you mess up at.
Thank you.
Because so he took his eyes off the ball, saw all these players coming at him, and started thinking, "What should I do?" And he made the mistake.
Yeah, and we probably would have survived that, but then
come on, man. On the fourth down, it's fourth down
for the game.
For the game,
for the game.
Fourth down for the game.
You gotta.
One stop,
man. And again, so I agree with you, but how much do you put on the coach? How much do you put on the players?
Plenty of blame to be spread around.
But
and I think what would be a
fairly
good thing,
game, though.
They played an awesome game, and so there's this thing I call the Robert Horry factor.
Big shot, Bob.
And as a former Pergold letterman, which I always talk about every time I call, I saw a whole lot of that. I was a Beckham All-Star. There are moments when you don't even have to be the best player, where you know this is my moment, and I'm focusing on this moment. But if you're focusing on your next contract, the possibility of not ever playing again, then those are things that I think a coach is responsible for, knowing his players. You know this guy's money is coming up. He's not going to take a chance on getting taken out of football, where you have a guy who is trying to make the team next year. I believe he makes that play. I believe Bo Melton makes that play.
Yep.
I believe Jay Reed makes that play.
I think everybody on the hands team makes that play.
Yeah.
He should have made that play.
Except for that, I think Dobbs is the one I would have definitely not had on the field.
His hands on the team.
Right, but his head, he got the worst head. That's why he got that big helmet on, Jermaine.
Space,
It's just he's vulnerable.
Yeah.
And that, I think
all he had to do was grab and roll, and cover.
Can I introduce the Bucks for 1 second before I get off, Keith?
Please don't do this to me, D.
Yes.
Can I introduce? I just have a question because Jermaine and we talked about something about 2 months ago, and I want to just bring some stats up without saying a name. And Keith, you tell me what you think. If a player is a role player who's been playing for a team for less than a season and averages, about 14 points a game, is a really good defender and shoots 51%, would we describe that player as trash?
No.
Oh, that's a good question.
And in the holiday spirit, I hope that our brother Jermaine has some flowers to give Kyle Kuzma.
Man, he's trash, man. I knew that's what you was talking about. No, hold on, man. That dude is trash, man. Hold on. Wait a minute,
and I just want to ask you, man.
D, hold on. First of all, hold on.
He projected.
Hold on.
Because I thought you was going to go to his boy.
Oh, I already knew he wasn't talking about AJ. When he said good defense.
When he said good defense.
I knew he wasn't talking about AJ. Listen, man.
I'll talk about him another day.
Listen, Kyle Kuzma, let me tell you one thing I hate about Kuz. First of all, as a ball player myself, I have never came down, did a layup, and fell to the ground 93 times rolling off of a layup. So you come down, you lay up, you fall down every time.
You just don't like the dude.
I don't like him. And then this is what really pissed me off yesterday. He coming down on a fast break. Kevin Porter is right there asking for the ball. This dude Kuzma look at him, dribble and throw the ball cross court, throw the ball away. Kevin Porter jumping up and down like, man, what are you doing, man? Like, bro, I don't understand this dude for, like, you coming downhill with the ball and you get tunnel vision. I don't understand this dude, man.
Were you one of the people that wanted Chris Middleton going?
No.
Okay.
No, because Chris Middleton is a closer.
Because you know that there were a lot of people
I know
wanted Chris Middleton going.
I know, but
you miss him now?
Because he's a closer. This dude Kuzma can't shoot. He's terrible. Like every time he's shooting the ball, I'm screaming. This cat came
51%
down
is
yesterday.
pretty good, man.
Bro, listen.
I mean, I wouldn't describe that as trash.
Man,
for
the
a role
dude
player.
is trash, man. Trade him for a pack of bologna and some sandwich bread. Straight up.
So-
This dude is
And
terrible.
oh, hold on. And let's throw in the draft pick too.
All right.
Yeah, we need a draft pick.
Yeah, we
Right,
just throw
man.
in a draft
So
pick. Let's get something besides the bologna.
And sandwich bread.
Yeah.
Keith, since you brought up Mr. Green, what is he averaging shooting percentage and scoring right now?
Hold on, man. Hold on.
I'll let his agent
Hold on.
respond.
Be fair. Now, he was shooting 48% from threes coming into the game last night. Now,
Okay.
of
What did
course,
he do
we know
last
that he's
night? 'Cause
been
I
out.
wasn't watching it. What did he do last night?
Nah, he was terrible. He was stinking up the joint
Okay.
last night.
Okay.
But he's still dealing, with his shoulder injury, so he's not, he's not Derry Bird right now. But we got to give him back. We got to give him time to, become Derry Bird again, man.
Is it actually respectful of Larry Bird to refer to a dude who shoots
And not even you. Yes, I would you stop disrespecting.
Hey, I didn't give him
was Larry
the name.
Bird, Keith, can I ask you this? Was Larry Bird ever a deficiency on defense to the level of AJ Green?
No.
Well, I mean, we do know Larry Bird was taller than a Derry Bird over here. But
Right, we're not trying to have him hold power forwards. I'm saying he can't hold.
He can't have no
most guards in
matchup
the
guards. He
NBA
can't
walk
match up
like
with
that.
most NBA guards.
that's because they don't respect him. Because yesterday was a prime example of when this guy came down. It was Mike Conley came down, pump fake. AJ Green pulled back, and you see him pull back. So it's space and opportunity in between those two. And they called the foul on AJ. AJ was like, I didn't even touch him. But that's because they don't respect this guy, man.
Bro, I don't know how that used to happen to Alton Lister.
Yeah, all need to get a lot of
Alton
business.
Lister was in the neighborhood. They was calling the foul on him.
All
Just
need to
been
get a
in the
lot of.
neighborhood.
I hated Alton
That was an Alton Lister foul there, cuz you be going like, dude, didn't even touch him.
He didn't touch him.
All right, man.
All was a great shot blocker though.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, but it'd be like, dude, that wouldn't even Alton Lister,
Yeah, like he
man.
wasn't even in the.
So
he
maybe
wasn't even
AJ
in.
Green is dealing with the ghost of Alton Lister.
Yeah, Doc. I mean, yesterday was applying, and I take it back. That was Anthony Edwards who he was holding, and of course they gonna call it because.
Have you ever? Y'all the ball players.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen where some dude come to guard you? You go, oh, I'm gonna score.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't think
All
their
the time.
eyes get big when they pick and roll and they isolate AJ Green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I would love to see what his plus minus is on the ball, how many times people score on him or he fouls.
It is probably a negative.
He didn't only
There's
got
no
like,
plus
I remember
to him
one
on
game,
defense.
dude only got like 2 minutes in the first quarter
And
because he
like
had
4
like
fouls.
3-4 fouls
Yeah.
because they just run
And
into him.
Keith, can you find logic in the fact that he makes more than twice what Kevin Porter Jr. makes this year in salary?
I know why.
We both know why.
I know why.
We both know why.
Well. I mean, to be fair, he is considered a sharpshooter.
He ain't worth 11 million a year sharp. That's sharper shooter.
Wait. So is he getting? So he getting 22 million?
No,
No, Kevin Porter getting about 6. He getting close to 12.
So 12
but Kevin
per year,
is
right?
still on. He's on a different contract though.
No,
right?
he on a new
Yeah.
contract. No, he re-signed.
He signed for 1 year.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he signed for 1 year with a player option, right?
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah, we know
You
why.
can call WNOV. You know why.
We know why.
We don't have to say why. We all know why.
We know why.
We know why. Caller, I appreciate you, man.
Thank y'all, man.
You listen to Community Voice Call. I see you. I'm gonna grab you right after the break. We're gonna pull up AJ Green's plus minus, and we'll be right back.
Be good.
All right, welcome back. Caller, welcome to the program.
Yes, sir, Mr. Parris. Thank you for taking the call again. I had to call back because when you all were speaking about following people who've been incarcerated. Now, when you speak about our beloved brother, Malcolm X did not go to prison because he was a member of the Nation of Islam. That was something before he became exposed to the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
We said that, but Elijah Muhammad went to prison.
He did not go to prison for 5 years or more. My statement was 5 years or more.
Oh, okay.
And Mr. Parris, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad went through being incarcerated because he disavowed what America was standing for at that time, at that moment in time.
He refused to enter the military.
Yes, sir. And so did Muhammad Ali.
Right.
Malcolm X has never been the leader of the Nation of Islam at all. He was a national spokesperson. And as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has stated repeatedly and continuously, that the eternal leader of the Nation of Islam is the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan sits in his seat by his approval. Jesus went to jail. I was speaking about people who went to prison and who had been exposed to hardcore narcotics to whatever level or degree that may have been. Mr. Parris, I have qualified drugs that are used in the detection of cancerous cells in human beings. So I understand a little bit about the process by which things go as the people speak in chemistry from bench to bedpost. And I know that those things are very, very important. So I take it very seriously. So all in all, it was not that, I can't qualify you or disqualify you. What I can tell you is what I would not allow myself to accept as anything relevant to the forward progression or momentum of myself. What you state to me will be deemed inconsequential unless I allow it to take form and space and then take shape from my mindset. So no, I would not listen to anyone who has been incarcerated.
Your call. You got the right.
Right.
Appreciate
and
you.
And if you've been burned up by crack. Thank
All right.
you.
Appreciate you. It's called the Marketplace of Ideas. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, really quick, I just want to get back to the football end of things really quickly, comment-wise. Number one, I don't know if you listen to the press conference after the game when they were talking to LaFleur, and when Jacobs fumbled the ball, he never came back in the game. They asked if he was injured. He had no clue as to what his status was, which doesn't make any sense to me.
So they did say that he was hurt when he went out on that play, and they actually said that he was hurt, that he's not returning to the game. So they brought in
Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah.
And he did a great job, actually.
Great job.
Wilson,
Yeah.
He did a great job. I think he's a very good back. And I'll be honest with you, I actually, in some ways, like Willis better than I do Love. I think Willis is a better athlete.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He really, it was unfortunate. There was a lot of things that, I guess the one thing that really agitates me watching the Packers now. So I think about 2015 against Seattle in the playoffs, and they did the same thing. It was like a self-destruction onside kick.
Thank you for that.
Fumble it.
Yep.
And it was like a repeat.
The Bostic.
Yeah, and keep in mind, we get like a new special teams coach every other year, and we're still having the same darn problems.
But do you think? But that was an execution. Both those plays were execution. What Mr. Bostic was supposed to do, he was supposed to block, not go for the ball. Jordy Nelson was supposed to get the ball.
Yeah,
he goes for the ball. So basically, him and Jordy Nelson almost fighting for the ball. Yeah. Boom! They do the onside kick. This Romeo Dobbs, there was no one near him, but he looked up and saw the Bears coming. That's that peak, right? That panic. boom. Now he's fumbling with the ball, and it's that.
Knock it out of bounds. Like, I mean, if you're gonna panic, knock the ball out of bounds. You still get the ball.
Be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, but knock it out of bounds.
Yep. Yeah. There was another play where it was a really, it was tough, man, because after Saturday night, it's tough when the Packers play, they lose on Saturday night, and then you start watching football on Sunday, right? Because every time I look, I kept thinking the Packers did this, and I don't care who I was watching. It was driving me nuts. But there was a play where Aaron Rodgers should have took the sack.
Oh yeah.
And he threw the incomplete and stopped the clock. He should have took the sack.
Yeah.
I mean,
at least the clock is going to still run.
Right. The clock is still running. So there's all these plays. You talking about that Seattle game. I'm trying to remember who intercepted the ball. And instead of just running around, he went down.
Sharman?
Yep.
No, that was 2015. So he went down, and instead of running around, burning clock.
Oh, yeah.
And he had like 20, 30 yards, and they show all the room he had to run, and he went down.
Yeah.
And it was like 4 minutes left or something like that. I mean, and look, you and I, we all sit here in the comforts of the studio at our homes saying this is what I would have done. But, man, when you find yourself in that situation.
Yeah. Because when you start thinking, man, it's when you start panicking.
Yeah.
You remember, what was it, Montgomery? Against the Bears.
The running back.
So all he had to do was take the knee, take on the kickoff. No, he decided to run it out. He said, I heard they said run it out. No, they didn't. The dude back there with you was telling you not to run.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's mistakes like that people don't think, and you never want to blame one player for losing the game. But I know in the back of everybody's mind, and a lot of us believe that who Michael Parsons was talking about was 25. Don't know who, but Michael Parsons was saying this dude, not that he don't have talent, and he ain't been able to cover since he's been in the league. He was a kick returner.
He was a kick returner, but he was growing up on kick returns because he would drop the ball on
That's how Eric Stokes was playing. He's playing for somebody. Now, is he playing for?
Yeah. I will say this. The Packers, again, though, their special teams have been a thorn in our side for a gazillion years. And they keep doing the same thing. And I understand there's a lot of truth to what you guys are saying, where it's just, fundamentals, but it's like, I don't understand, half the time of what they're doing on the special teams. And it scares me because remember, they had when McManus was hurt, and then, he was missing field goals left and right, and they had to switch snappers and all that stuff.
Didn't they lose to the Bears last year on special teams?
Sure did.
Yeah.
Running a block field goal last year, missed assignment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, good point, man. Great point.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, there's something that needs to change with that, because if your special teams are not performing the way they should be, this is what happens. And it cost them the game, because they did have control of that game for 58 out of the 60 minutes.
Yeah, we had
And then I'm just going to say one thing about with the Bucks really quickly.
Oh, don't do it to me.
Yeah. The Bucks, literally, I don't know what they're going to do, because they have no draft picks. Right. When they traded for Jay Crowder, when they traded for Jay Crowder, they gave up 5 second-round picks.
That was the worst.
And then Pat Connaughton, they gave up him and another 2 second-round picks. Who do we get in return? I don't even remember who we got in return. Who do we have? We have nothing.
No. We got some other guy that was actually bought out.
There's your point.
So we got.
Thank you, Carl. He just made your point for you.
We got nobody.
And maybe AJ Green becomes one of those contracts that they move. Who knows? Caller, welcome to the program.
Come on, man. Why would you do
that? I know you don't want to see him go.
Caller, welcome to the program. I didn't want to see Pat Connaughton go.
Yeah, but AJ better than Pat.
I don't.
Yeah, he's better.
Pat Connaughton was a better defender.
Yeah, that is true.
Caller, welcome to the program.
This dude here.
What's going on, brother?
What's happening, man?
So we're morning again, huh?
Hey, man, listen here, man. Hey, I can't wait to the playoffs, man. Because who are y'all lining up to play in the playoffs? Who y'all lining up to play?
It don't even matter.
No, who y'all lining up to play?
Oh, I think it matters.
Yeah, who y'all lining up to
I think
play?
it matters.
Yeah.
I don't even know and don't care.
Well, I think, Detroit losing to Pittsburgh, that was great for the Packers. It would have been, even if they're tied with Chicago now, they still have the tiebreaker, the Packers, because they have the best division record. I mean, division record, right? They're like 4-1 in the division.
Yeah, but Chicago has already clinched.
They clinched the playoff spot.
They clinched the playoff
they
spot.
haven't clinched the division.
Right. So
I mean the division, right?
Right. Yeah. Division. Now, the problem is you got Minnesota, you got Detroit.
You ain't got to worry about no Minnesota.
Minnesota ain't a problem unless we let Minnesota be a problem.
So what I'm saying is,
and their quarterback in his hand is messed up.
I get it, but again, it's any given Sunday or Saturday, however you do.
Man, don't be repeating what that dude said, man.
But it's true because again, we should have never lost Saturday.
It's not
we shouldn't have lost.
It's not any given Sunday when we playing on Saturday night. First of all,
well, I said any given Sunday or Saturday. I said that. That's what I said, brother. So what I'm saying is,
buffering George's argument.
But George has a point.
You can't. It's not any given Sunday if it's every Sunday.
And that's true. But in this particular time, there's no way we should have lost this game that we just played. There's no way on God's green earth.
And we shouldn't have lost. Did we lose to Cleveland?
Yes, we lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no way we should have lost, but we lost.
Yeah. Now, again, I think that we should have kicked the field goal. So we should have kicked the field goal.
Remember some balls.
Man, we should have kicked the field goal when it was 4th down and we was in Bears territory.
Well,
but
they're in a good position.
Yeah, take the points.
All you got to do is win the last 2 games. It's projected Lamar Jackson may or may not play Sunday.
But what if he do?
I mean Saturday night.
But what if he do?
He's been damaged goods all year.
Okay, Henry and our.
You know what they did with Henry? This came out. They stopped giving him the ball. He didn't get the ball in the second half.
Yeah, but guess what? They're playing the Packers who can't stop the running game. Who up the middle, we got an issue.
They kind of shut Chicago down.
No.
That dude, once he gets a running start, number 23 for them. Once he gets a running start, man, you can't let him get a running start.
Doc, it's.
But they shut Swift down. Swift didn't hurt him.
Yeah, but Swift was still getting his money though.
Look, those are the pros.
I get it, but when you got a running game that's effective, it's gonna cause you to chime in, to which then is going to leave open the passing game.
Wasn't playing, so
I know,
they had
but
to
they
really
still
depend on the running game. And
but they still fouled the gym. Okay. An undrafted rookie that killed us.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Hey, good morning, you guys. How you doing today?
All right.
Hey, brother Keith. I know you guys are playing sports. But what's one thing that when you're on the road that you can't do?
Lose.
You can't turn over the ball. You can't turn the ball over.
Turnovers, or if you're playing basketball, missing free throws or whatever. But that play when Keyshawn Nixon, you know your assignment. You're a professional, and if you're supposed to go outside, why the heck did you go inside?
Makes no sense to me, brother.
It makes no sense whatsoever. And then with the fumble on that onside kick, I mean, what's that old phrase? When it rains, it pours. Yep. And I'm like Keith. All I was thinking about was that Seattle game. There's so many similarities in that with that.
Right, and they were on the road in that Seattle game.
And they were on the road in that, and they had the game won. That's what hurts the most, Yeah.
And like I said, it's one thing when somebody just come in and they just spank you. Right. I mean, they from beginning to end, that wasn't the case. The Packers played a good. And I think that becomes the frustration for some of those players. And I wonder, are they going to have a players-only meeting where you sit up here saying, like, dude, and you don't like to call out names, but it's been you. Yeah. It's been you.
Yeah,
I mean,
all season.
I mean, it's God, you don't – and the margins are just so slim. You just can't afford it. I think great. And the Packers really did do a good job of protecting the ball. They didn't throw an interception. They had 2 fumbles.
You know what else hurt too? And maybe you guys didn't mention that, but that face mask when they stopped him, and he got that. He you know, I know it's kind of an accident.
Knew it. I mean, he knew it. He was just like, oh man. But you know, but that's an effort play. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that is one of those things where he was trying to. That's a little bit different than a mental error where you went in when you had outside coverage and you inside. How do you explain that?
Man, how do you explain the refs not calling that holding?
They're not going to call it at that point in the game.
That man jersey
unless you tackle him. No, because the last thing you want to hear is from Chicago fans saying that they've been holding like
rules, though.
Oh, now you want to enforce the rules.
I'm just saying, rules are the rules, man.
I appreciate you, man. Isn't that amazing when we want to enforce the rules? He's holding.
But it was a clear
holding the whole game.
But we would have had the quarterback. That guy was
every
right there.
Every time you look up, Gary's jersey has been turned because he gets holding happens on every play.
Man.
And unless you do something, what was the play where the dude literally tackled the guy in front of the referee and the flag didn't come out that quickly? I mean, he literally tackled dude. Yeah. Oh, the trip. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, that one was a killer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because he had him. I mean, you know, he gets out, he's going to get outside, but they had contained.
Yeah.
And he tripped him like, oh.
But again, call it. I still think none of this stuff would have been in play if we would have just taken the points. Take the points. In playoffs, they tell you, take the points because it's going to add up. You don't know. So you right there, kick the field goal. You up 3-0. You ended up kicking the field goal anyway.
Okay.
Coming back the second time.
The first half, other than the Jacobs fumble,
but
the first half was actually pretty good.
I get it.
And then your starting quarterback, he gets knocked out, but thank God. Now, let me give him credit for that they decided to go give him draft pick to get a reliable backup.
But even with that, why not run a dual package quarterback system?
Because you don't have the time for that.
Yes, you do, man. No. Put it in your playbook. Man,
Who does that?
Yeah, nobody does.
Well, no. Wait. Listen, you can make exceptions to the rules because again, nobody was running wild card in the NFL like that until certain teams like Detroit and certain teams like Kansas started running these plays, man.
Nobody's gonna want to play there.
No.
I didn't want to play where I got to split time.
No, I didn't say split time. I said
it's
run.
No different than what they were doing with Sanders.
No, but you got to run
this week he quarterback, and
but
next
you
week
run
not.
You run a package because
he's a quarterback,
right? But I'm just saying they had to get to that point.
Yeah, but you run a package because then you have a quarterback that can throw 10, 15 yards, but he can also run 10, 15 yards.
The thing that I appreciate about the Cleveland fans are that they look at Shedeur as their future.
Right.
The Cleveland fans do. And when he came out with when he hurt his hand, and they thought that they had put Gabriel in to run the play that had not been successful, it was injury. You could hear people out there going like, "What's up with the?" Look, man. First of all, they're in a good situation because based on their record, if they still have first round pick, they're gonna do pretty well.
Well, they were saying, man, that it could be a possibility that this draft is supposed to be quarterback heavy. Now pulled back.
I've been watching college football. This is not even last year.
Well, they was counting on Manning coming out, but he
ain't ready.
I don't know if his father or his granddaddy said he was going back to school. He was going back to Texas
because he's not ready.
Yeah.
He is not ready. He's struggling at Texas.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about against. You'll find out if you're in the SEC, if you're pro level, because you play against those guys. They're all going pro, right? They're playing on Sunday. So if you're able to do well, and so that was the thing. I wonder how well Shedeur Sanders would have done in the SEC. And because now he's playing with better linemen, obviously. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, dude really could have been a beast.
See, but in the NFL, man, though, he looked pretty good, man. I mean, for for what he has to work with.
If he has
pretty
a whole
poised.
training camp, and depending on how they retool that team, I think they need to fire the coach, and I think he's probably going to get fired.
Well, you know why though? You know the history in that, and who his wife's granddaddy is.
Who's his wife's granddaddy?
The reporter.
Who?
That Dion dumped the water.
Oh, the baseball guy.
Yes.
Okay.
It's her granddaddy.
Yeah, but I just think this dude's just not a good coach.
Well, they saying that a lot of this stuff that he was doing was personal.
It could be.
I mean, you can tell it has something to do.
That makes
something.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah,
then
makes it
because
worse.
if you're gonna let your feelings get in the way of your money, hey man, go on and do what you have to do. Hey man, let me do this real quickly. Man, my thoughts and prayers go to Sharon Moore, the Michigan, ex-Michigan. That dude. Oh my God, man. They were saying that there were issues going on with him emotionally prior to all of this.
Yeah, but you put yourself in there, man.
I got that. But part of it is his mental health at this point.
Well, yeah, you losing millions. I mean, over some tail. Like, come on, man. Like, and you got something at home, so you.
Let me say this.
You throw away millions.
You bring up a good point. I said the story, the moral behind Samson and Delilah is that some things you cannot afford.
That part. And he truly couldn't afford
some
this.
things are. When Dave Chappelle was talking about the difference between like cocaine women and weed women.
Oh yeah.
And he talked about how good the cocaine women look compared to the weed women. He said they all dry. They don't care about their hair. Oh man. Yeah. Hey, let me thank Debo. Thank you, Clark. Thank you, Jermaine. Thank you, Michelle.
Sir.
Thank you, callers. We thank you. Good Lord willing, creek don't rise. Hope to talk to everybody tomorrow. And as always, go from this place in peace.